The Kansas City Chiefs have just signed Andy Reid to be the coach of their football team for the 2013 season and beyond. The Chiefs did not waste any time. Andy Reid was scheduled to fly out to Arizona and meet with the Cardinals. Everybody thought that was a done deal, including myself. I said there was a 95% chance. And lo and behold, the Chiefs were aggressive. They came to Andy Reid, met him in a Philadelphia airport, and spoke for hours ironing out the details of an agreement that will leave Coach Reid in charge of the organization from a personnel standpoint, not just the head coach. He wants to pick the players in the draft. He wants to make free agency decisions. I'm sure there'll be other people in the organization that help with the salary cap and the contracts themselves. However, Andy Reid likes to be commander-in-chief, if you will, of the whole organization. And the Chiefs could not be luckier. Anybody who's a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, your fortunes are about to turn. When Andy Reid came to the Philadelphia Eagles, they had a defensive team in place, led by defensive-minded Ray Rhodes, who left after a 3-13 season. In a similar situation in Kansas City, you find the Chiefs with a really good defense in place, but they couldn't score any points. Well, Andy Reid will fix that. Last year, the Eagles had a lot of turnovers, and he kind of lost the team toward the end of the season, which is rare. However, with a fresh start, you're going to see some points and some touchdowns scored in Kansas City. And let me just prepare the fans out there. Don't expect Jamal Charles to get, 1,500 yards rushing. Andy Reid is a pass first to set up the run type coach. And trust me, it works. One thing Andy Reid used to always say was if you listen to the fans, you're going to be sitting right next to them. And in the press conference with Jeffrey Lurie, he said that what went wrong is that's what they started to do. They started to act on emotion and started to take advice from the outside instead of sticking to their core philosophy. Well, Andy Reid is resolute, and he will bring back the Chiefs organization to prominence and to the Super Bowl, I predict. Now you've got Matt Castle, and you've got Reid Quinn at quarterback. These two guys have not performed to their capabilities, but you'll see their potential under Andy Reid. This guy's a quarterback guru, as I have explained in other videos. Brett Favre, A.J. Feely, Donovan McNabb, Coy Detmer, Kevin Cobb, whoever you had in there, they look like a world beater under this coach. So the quarterback position itself is going to flourish under Andy Reid. I wouldn't be surprised if he uses that #1 pick the Chiefs have on selecting a Kevin Klein, because he really likes a quarterback with a strong arm, but they could also run the football. I mean, look at Michael Vick and Donovan McNabb. So, yes, Monte Teo would be a good addition to the Chiefs on defense, but don't count out the possibility of a Kevin Klein type quarterback being drafted by Andy Reid. So, congratulations, as I've said, to the Kansas City Chiefs fans. You have just gotten a world-class football coach that is not only going to give you a chance at a Super Bowl, but that's going to give you consistent winning for the next 10 to 14 years, as I, an Eagles fan, was blessed to have witnessed from 1999 and through 2012.